Part 2, bar graphs. You will find this on page 279 in the Namibian Mathematics Grade 8 textbook, y equals mx plus c to success. Bar graphs. A bar graph, also called a bar chart, is a graphical display of data using bars of different heights. The length of each rectangular bar is proportional to the frequency of the class it represents. This type of display allows us to compare groups of data and to make generalizations about the data quickly. Let's look at an example. Example 2. The frequency table shows the results of all the matches played by the school's senior football team, using W for a win, L for a loss, and D for a draw. There is the information. What is the total number of matches played? Just add that frequency. If you add it, you will get 24. Represent the data with a bar graph. Okay, so on grid paper, you can just draw. This is the number of matches. This is the result. Make sure that this distance is the same as this, and this width is the same as this. Okay, remember to give your graph a title. The title given at the top of the graph gives an overview of the information being processed and presented. The bars should have equally width, and the graphs between the bars should be uniform. Label the horizontal axis, the different classes. So remember to label this W, L, D, and to give it the results. The same there. Label the vertical axis, the frequency, total amount of each class. Markings at the side of the graph shows the scale. And then the last question, what outcome was the most common? The tallest bar indicates the highest frequency. So if you look there, so the highest one was that they lost most of the games. Okay, remember you can also display the bars horizontal. Then you just swap these two scales. So you just write your frequency there and your results there. And then it's basically like the graph is just turned. Okay. I want you to stop the video and I want you to do try now 2, A, B, and C. And as soon as you are finished, you can continue with the video. Okay. Let's start. Try now 2. If I look at the first one, let's start with the first one. The stock of meat of grades A, B, C, and D in the butcher shop is shown in the following table. Find the total mass of meat in stock. So it's just adding that frequency. So it will just be 4 plus 9 plus 12 plus 7. And if I add it up, I will get 32 kilogram. And that's the total amount of meat. Total amount of meat. Okay, now represent the data with a bar graph. That's why I had a grid. So just go and just mark down there. If I mark it down, I'm just going to use this. So I draw it like this. We'll see if now if we are long enough. Then I'm just going to start and label it. And if I label it, this will be, oh sorry, just get another pen. This will be 2, this will be 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. It's going to work. And this is the amount of meat. Amount of meat. What can we give the stock of grades of meat? So let's just give a title. So stock of grades of meat. That can be my title. And this is going to be my results. And I will now write it in. So if I start there with number A, let's just do this. Then it's going up to a 4. So if I do it there, I will now label it. And then the next one will go up to 9. It's in the middle there. Okay, and then number C, it will be 12. And then the last one, number D, will be 7. If I look here, it will be 7. And then I can just shade it. You don't have to color it in, just shade it if you want. It's not even important. Then I change the pen, and this will be A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. And there is my bar chart. Now, which grade of meat has the lowest stock? And if you can look here, it will be A. So I can just end off by saying, this is number C, A grade of meat has the lowest, and then stock, and then it's point. Okay, let's look at the final, the advantages and the disadvantages of bar graph. Advantage, data set with the lowest and the highest frequency can be easily identified. Lowest, highest. Disadvantage, if the frequency axis does not start from 0, so it means this one starts from 0, but if it don't start from 0, the display data can be misleading. So then the height of the bar is not indicating so well what is the real situation if it's not starting at 0.